right, welcome back. Today we're taking a look at this classic solo from the band Tesla, and it is Modern Day Cowboy. And this is a epic song, epic solo. Guitar players are Frank Hannon and Tommy Skeoch, and they all both get they both play on this solo, about half each, and there's a couple little harmony parts that are very cool, which I'll show you as well. This came out in 1986 on the Mechanical Resonance album, which is a fantastic album, probably my favorite of theirs. And of course, the singer Jeff Keith and Brian Wheat on the bass, and the drummer's name is escaping me at the moment. I'm sorry about that, Tesla drummer. Please forgive me, but I'm just a guitar player, so what do I know? But a great album, and I've covered the riff before on my channel here, so if you're looking for the riff for Modern Day Cowboy, do a search and you'll find it. But today we're looking at the solo, and we'll take a look at this masterpiece in just a second. Before we do, check down below the Patreon link. You'll find the tab in the Guitar Pro for this lesson, as well as a bunch of other cool stuff. And also I've got a free gift for you guys. It's called 5 Blistering Licks to Light Up Your Fretboard. Licks kind of like stuff that's in this solo here, based on Van Halen, Randy Rhoads, George Lynch, and others. So make sure and check that out. There's some tab and some Guitar Pro and videos for that. It's all free in the link below. Okay, so we're in the key of A minor for the solo, and we're in standard tuning. And let me show you the setup for the solo. First, the sort of the chords behind it. Actually, the solo begins coming in on an E chord. That's where the build is, and where they're doing the trills there. And then there's an F chord hit from the rhythm guitar. And then we're into the main solo. So over the main solo, the chords, the first half of the solo goes A, F, and G, and then F, G. So these are all chords out of A minor. A, F, and then C and G. The second half of the solo, similar in terms of A minor, but the rhythm changes to that comes out to an E chord, where we have more trills before it heads back into a verse section in the key of A minor. So the E chord is the 5 chord in the key of A, which is a lot of times it's used, especially if it's used as a major chord, to bring tension and the resulting resolution by going to the 1 chord, in this case would be A minor. So if you think about it like that, you've got this E major chord, you've got a G sharp there, and I know that's an E major because the notes they're playing include that G sharp note. So they're trying to make that tense sounding there. And then it resolves to A minor. And so all the notes from the A minor section are from either A Aeolian or A minor pentatonic. Okay, so here is the first idea, some little arpeggio ideas. Okay, there's 3 of those strung together, and it's now I do like a little. The way I have this tabbed is I'm picking these 2 notes, which is 17 on the high E, 13 on the B, and then do a hammer pull on 12, 17 back to 12. And then 17 on the high E and 13 on the B. And then 12 hammer onto 17. That would be 1 cycle. And so that's kind of the way I do it. You could pick everything. Be my guest. To me, it just sounds a little better and smoother with the hammer-ons. And so that's the first shape there, and it's like I said, 12 on the 17 on the high E, 13 on the B, 12 on the high E, just kind of and that's outlining an A minor there. And what we're going to do is move this up so it's outlining an F. And now we're at 17, 13 on the high E, and 13 on the B. You might want to roll this index finger a little bit so you don't get too much bleed. You don't really want those to ring together too much. You can also add a little muting with your palm here. And then we're going to move that whole shape up a whole step and do the same exact picking pattern. Now we're outlining a G major, so it just follows the chords. That's over the A chord, and that's the A minor. And we'll do the F chord. That'll be the F. Then a G. And then we resolve it here. We can do this little melodic idea. So after you do this, you're going to switch from your pinky to your ring finger on 19. Bend that up a half step. We'll pull it down to 19. So, and then bend it again and release it, and then pick it, and then pick 17 on the high. So, and 20 on the B, and then bend up 20 a whole step. And then we're going to go. And that's 17, 19, 20. Slide up to 22 and then bend 22 a whole step. Add some vibrato on that. That's a good little workout right there. Okay, so the harmony to this is this. You'll find this in the tab at the end of the tab. So just bend up 22, 20, 19, bend that up a half step, and then 20, 22, 20, 22, bend up 22. So yeah, those are thirds there, mainly. Just a little cool, nice little accent. There's also a harmony on the next lick, and this is the fast lick. This is played here on guitar 1, so this would be Frank doing this. Now I play this with a combination of hammer-ons, pull-offs, and picking. And I like the way that sounds, and it works with my technique really well. If you wanted to pick it, you can do that too. It's got a little bit sharper attack to it. But in any case, if you follow the tab, you'll play it the way I'm doing it. I think I'm hearing some hammer-ons and pull-offs there. It's kind of hard to hear because it is harmonized, but these are the notes regardless. So you're going to play 8, 10, 12 on the B, and then 8, 10, 12, 10, 8 on the high E, and then back to 12, 10, 8 on the B. And then 12, 10, 8 again on the B, 12, 10, 9 on the G, and then repeat 12, 10, 9, and then 12, 10, 9 on the D, and then repeat 12, 10, 9, 12, 10, 8 on the A. So and then we're going to finish it by going 12, 10, 9 on the D, and then 10 on the A, and just bend that up a whole step. So the whole lick is really a 3-note per string kind of a thing. And I would just take this nice and slow and work it up. Again, if you want to pick it all, totally cool, or a mix of hammer-ons and pull-offs. And then bend that up. Now the harmony part is up 2 frets here, so 3 frets, up a minor third, I should say. And so instead of starting on that G note, we're going to start on the B note here. And we're going to play this. 12, 13, 15 on the B, 12, 13, 15, 13, 12 on the high E. Come down to 15, 13, 12 on the B. Then 15, 13, 12 again. 16, 14, 12 on the G. Then 16, 14, 12 again. It's 15, 14, 12 on the D, and then 15, 14, 12 again on the D. 15, 14, 12 A. Back to the D, 15, 14, 12. And then you end on 14, which is on the A string. Right, so all those two parts together sound really cool, and those are 16th note triplets being played there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, kind of that triplet vibe to it. They go by so fast that it's hard to count them, but it's a great sounding run. Okay, then the second half of the solo begins. All right, second half. Let's just take the first part. So it's going to bend 7 on the G, just kind of bend it up. You get a pinch harmonic there, even better. Bend it up and release it quickly, but don't release it all the way down. And then bend it back, so. And then release it and pull it off to 5 on the G. And then bend it up again and cut it off. So you cut it off with your pick hand. and then 5 on the G, and 7 on the D twice. So a slight bend there, less than a quarter step. Then we got this lick. And this is right out of A minor pentatonic scale. Start on 5 on the high E, 5 B, pull off from 8 to 5 on the B, and then we're going to bend 7 up a whole step, and then grab on the G, and then grab 5 on the B, and then pull off 7 to 5. So, and then we're going to play, and that's just 2 times when you bend up 7 a whole step. On the G, release it, pull it off to 5, 7 on the D, and back to 5 G. Do that again. Okay, so far we have, and then we're going to do this. Okay, so that's on the D, 5th fret twice, then hammer on from 5 to 7 on the D, back to 5 on the D and vibrato. So that all that together. Okay, last couple licks. There we go. Let's take that first. That's the A minor pentatonic scale at work again, like it has many thousands of times in the history of rock and roll. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Slide in from 3 to 5 on the low E, and then 3 on the A, then go 5 to 7 on the A, and 5 on the D. And then we're gonna go 5, 7 on the D, and 5 on the G, and then slide up 7 to 9 on the G, and play 8 on the B. So okay, and the last little bit of the lick here goes like this. Okay, so the last lick goes like this. And so it's 12 pull off to 8 on the high E, 10 pull off to 8 on the high E, 10 B, and then 8, 10, 8 on the high E. Whoops. And then 10 on the B. 8 high E, 12 pull off to 8 on the high E, 10 pull off to 8 on the high E, and then 10 B. So like this. So the whole lick once again would be now you're going to jump up to 17 and 21 on the B, do trill, and 16 and 19 high E, and then 19 and 22 on the high E, and then bend 22 up a whole step. And that comes down into an A power chord to go into the next section. Yeah, and so that is the ending of the solo. At the beginning of the solo, I forgot to tell you guys about the very beginning of it is before we go into, we got this. We got the little trills over the E chord. To begin with, it goes 7 and 9 on the G, and then 9 and 13 on the G. and then 13 and 16 on the G, and then bend 19 up a whole step. And then we go into the, once again, the harmony part to that is just, and that's just 7 pull off to 5, played as 16th note triplet. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, and that's going on while this other section's going on. At the end, the part I just showed you there, where it goes the harmony to that's going between 7 and 9 on the G. And it slides up to 13 at the very end of that. This one slides up to 11 at the beginning. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. I just forgot to mention the intro part of this being played over the E chord. On the tab, I've got them separated out so you can see what how the solo starts, and then the main solo, and then the harmony parts are underneath it. Okay, there you go, guys. That's the whole solo plus the harmony parts and the rhythm parts for Modern Day Cowboy by Tesla. Hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I never mention that on my channel, but the channel keeps growing every month, so I always forget to. But yes, please do subscribe if you haven't already. Love to see you here, and hit the notifications button. I'm doing videos every week now, so you'll get notified when I do new stuff. And also make sure and check down below, get the tab at Patreon and the free gift, 5 blistering licks to light up your fretboard. And I'll see you next time. Rock on.